Hi guys, in today's video I want to show you some examples of how to apply effects properly, and answer a question I get a lot. Should you do speed ramping first and then apply effects, or apply effects first and then speed ramp? The answer is, both methods are correct. In this example, I have two clips on the timeline. In the first clip, I applied the speed ramp first, then went inside the pre-comp and added the saber effect to the original footage. In the second clip, I also speed ramped it, but this time I applied the effect directly on the already speed ramped layer. So what's the difference? For example, in the first version I added saber to the wheel on the original clip. When I preview it, you'll see the saber stays perfectly synced with the speed ramp. No matter how I adjust the speed, the effect always follows the motion correctly. That's the key difference. It's all about whether the effect is reacting to the time remapping or ignoring it. Now let me show you the other example, the one I created directly on the speed ramped clip instead of the original. Here you can see the exhaust fires are playing at normal speed and are not synced with the speed changes of the video. In this case, I wanted the exhaust fire to stay at normal speed to keep it smooth and realistic. If it followed the speed ramp, it would go fast, slow down and go fast again, and look unnatural. But for the saber effect, I preferred to sync it with the speed of the video. The clip is reverse speed ramped, and the saber effect fits perfectly because it follows the movement and timing of the clip. Let me double-click the speed ramped clip and show you what's happening inside. This is the original clip without any speed ramp applied. For demonstration, I'll delete the saber effect and add something simple to show how this works. For a quick example, I'll animate the scale. If I play the video inside this original composition, the scale just animates normally from 100% to the value I set. But if I go back to the main comp where I applied a reverse speed ramp, you'll see that the scale animation now follows the speed changes of the video. And that's how it works. It all depends on how you want the effect to appear in your video. Some effects look better when they're synced with the footage speed, and some are better when they stay independent, like the exhaust fire example. Also, what I usually do after applying an effect on a speed ramped clip that I don't want to be synced, is pre-compose those layers into a single layer. That way my main timeline stays clean and organized, especially when the project starts getting heavy with effects. Keeping the timeline clean makes everything easier to adjust later and helps avoid confusion. And that's it. I hope I answered your question as clearly as possible. If you still have questions, or if this video felt a bit complex and you'd like a full detailed tutorial on applying effects properly, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make a more in-depth video for you. Just dropping a quick reminder that you can grab these 16mm film shakes. I made them specifically so you don't have to waste time keyframing the same movement over and over. You can see how much more expensive the edit looks with them on. Links down there if you need it.